Friends, welcome to Dr. Vid channel. P.R. Patel, Professional Head Veterinary. We were discussing previously pregnancy toxemia part 3. We continue here pregnancy toxemia part 4. In this part 4, we will study differential diagnosis, pathological reasons, and prevention of pregnancy toxemia. This is very important metabolic disease. Friends, we have seen that for ovine ketosis or caprine ketosis or pregnancy toxemia, important symptoms are nervous manifestation, behavioral changes, CNS disease. It causes irreversible brain damage, cerebral lesions. So, like this, many other diseases also causes nervous signs like symptoms. The diseases are listeriosis, rabies, polioencephalomalacia, degeneration of brain, pulpy kidney disease, lead poisoning, chronic copper toxicity. This disease causes nervous signs. This can be differentiated from nervous form of ketosis by critical observation of clinical findings and can be confirmed by laboratory examination and laboratory findings. Friends, we know that anorexia is the main cause of secondary ketosis. Large number of diseases causes anorexia. Anorexia or starvation lead to hypoglycemia. Here I have mentioned very few diseases which causes anorexia. TRP, pyelonephritis, many type of indigestions, abomasal displacement, metritis, mastitis, hypocalcemia, looping ill, and many other diseases, foot rot, pneumonia, and many stress factors also causes anorexia. This require to be differentiated from pregnancy toxemia. Friends, here we see pathological reasons. You know that the pregnancy toxemia is a fatal disease. So mortality of prevalence is more. There is characteristic finding in sheep is varying degree of fatty liver. Fatty liver is mostly observed. Enlargement of adrenal glands because there is great stress. Decomposed multiple fetuses because fetuses are dying, death of fetuses, and they decompose very fast. The aqueous humor and cerebrospinal fluid shows increased beta hydroxybutyrate. This is the confirmation of the disease. Many other pathological reasons are also observed, but they are not much significant. Friends, here we will see prevention and control of pregnancy toxin or ketosis in sheep and goat. We have already seen the prevention in bovine ketosis. It is nearly the same. In bovine ketosis, prevention is planned in initiation of the lactation, early part of the lactation. In sheep and goat, prevention is more planned at the later part of the gestation. This is the main difference because in both the danger period is different. In bovine ketosis, danger period is early part of lactation. In this pregnancy toxemia, the danger period for ketosis is later part of pregnancy, last 2 months of the pregnancy. There is a good feeding management and ration formulation for ewes, especially during last 6 weeks of gestation, is very important to meet the demand of carbohydrate. Provision of sufficient grain should be there in the ration. Also, feeding of the balanced protein ration is also required because that is useful for the health of the rumen microbes. If the rumen microbes are healthy, digestion is proper. It will prevent the ketosis. Friends, continuation of prevention and control. There are certain substances are incorporated into the ration to produce more propionic acid in the rumen. Propionic acid is a glucose, finely ground roughage, easily digestible rather than coarse roughage. Cooked grains, if it is finely ground, easily digestible, easily provide ready-made glucose. Food liver oil and certain unsaturated fatty acids are anti-ketotic. To carry out the testing, beta hydroxybutyric acid serum level screening of the flock. This detects the risk of disease in the flock. And by early detection the risk, we can start quickly the correction by feeding proper carbohydrate to avoid the clinical disease. Assessment of body condition score at the breeding time and at mid gestation is also important to detect thin ewes. Thin ewes has no fat store. So if the thin ewes goes anorexia or starvation for 1 or 2 days, they develop ketosis. So separate these thin ewes based on body condition score and feed them separately to prevent clinical ketosis. Another important latest tool is ultrasound scanning of pregnant ewes. By ultrasound scanning, we can determine based on fetal membranes the ewes that are carrying one kid or say one lamb or two lambs or two fetuses. So those bearing two fetuses, separate them and feed them separately with more energy for the growth of the twins. In other parts of the ketosis, we have studied that the twin bearing ewes, the twin fetuses consume large amount of the carbohydrate glucose. Nearly they consume double glucose and double protein than maintenance for the ewes. So this is important to feed them to prevent the clinical ketosis. Continuation of the prevention and control. It is observed that if ionophore compounds, especially monanes and sodium, is added as a feed mix, it will prevent the clinical ketosis. The function of ionophore is the ionophore improves feed efficiency by changing microflora population of the rumen. And you know that microflora is very important for digestion. If the microflora are healthy, digestion is healthy, animal is healthy. Ionophores help in production of propionic acid. Propionic acid is a glucose. Ionophore compound improves gluconeogenesis. So it will help in production of more energy. So addition of ionophore compound, especially monoamine and sodium, prevents the clinical ketosis. Intensive nursing care increases survival rates. If proper nursing and care is given, there are less chances of disease occurring, and those suffered from disease, they also recover very easily and nicely. Continuation of prevention and control. You know that second half of pregnancy is the danger period. So during this period, improve the nutrition, especially carbohydrate. Avoid sudden change in the feed. If there is sudden change in the feed, the animal may go anorexic or animal may consume less feed or there may be starvation. Provide palatable feed so that animal eats more food. Palatable food maintains the appetite and provide them frequent feeding. So animal must continue eating, avoid fasting, no starvation. So there is no disease. Provide extra food during bad weather. You know that during bad weather, the animal eat less food. So if extra food is offered, more palatable food is offered, more nutrition food is offered, it will prevent the ketosis. Provide shelter at the pasture to protect the sheep and goat while grazing from excessive rain, excessive hot, or excessive cold condition to prevent heat and sunstroke. So, shelter protects the animal from adverse climate or environmental stress. Continuation of prevention and control. Provide a sufficient exercise to ewes and does, especially which are pregnant in the later half of the pregnancy. It is observed that more disease occur in intensive raising because there is less exercise. Pasture raising causes less prevalence of the ketosis because the animal get sufficient exercise, at the same time more natural food and more food. Perform the routine test for the early diagnosis to know the status of risk, and if the status of risk in a flock is determined, prevention can be planned by providing good nutrition. The tests are routine blood glucose estimation, regular test for ketone bodies in urine, estimation of serum beta hydroxybutyrate level. This is more specific test. And in the field, Rothras test is done on milk and urine. Friends, I have provided the information in short and sweet language easy to understand, no point is left, but it is little bit detailed because I am preparing video for the one time only. Please share this information to our veterinary friends and please subscribe the channel to promote the channel. Thank you very much for observing the video.